Greetings, YugiTube, and welcome to the Blue Corner. Today I'll be giving you guys a deck update to my Chaos Dragons. These guys, I'd say, are at the height of their popularity, having just won the North American YCS with a mirror match in the finals. And I saw the build that won. It looks alright. And the build that got second place, actually, no, I don't know what that one looks like. There was also a Heretic Chaos build that I saw. I've got it saved on my PS Vita. I'll try to analyze that at some point. And yeah, so these guys are arguably at the height of their popularity, and I'll admit, I was wrong. I thought this would have been a really terrible deck, but then stuff happened. Like, I don't really understand what really happened. I guess it's just because this thing has a really great matchup against Rabbit and Heroes, and it can somewhat go toe-to-toe with Dark World. Insectors still poop on this thing unless you've got the Veiler, or you're able to remove the Hornet, which is how you pretty much beat them game 1, and then game 2 you make sure that they don't get D-Fisher off and whatnot. And will this deck be the deck to beat going into Nationals or after Nationals? We will have to see. But yeah, I'll just show you guys my build. It doesn't have tour guides just yet. The way I see it is, there's really no point in buying a whole bunch of Epic Dawns just to get the one tour guide that you're looking for, because your chances of pulling it are very, very slim. I'll just wait until it becomes a cheap single online. Admittedly, just kind of hoping it falls to about $30 as a common. I know that's a lot, but I've seen some projected prices for the card. It's insane, like a $50 to $60 common. Ugh. So the deck is still 3 Pulsar Dragon. People are starting to get smart in how to kill this thing proper. You just put in a chainable removal card alongside your normal play, i.e. I summon Elemental Hero Stratos, activate effect, Chain Regeki Break, pop Light Pulsar Dragon. Last thing to happen on the chain is Stratos getting his search, so Pulsar misses timing. Or play Monster Reborn, Chain Regeki Break, blah blah blah, that kind of stuff. So he's not as invincible now as he used to be, because people are starting to get smart in how to kill it, but it's still a very good card. I mean, if you run into Mirror Force or a big monster with this guy and you have a Darkness Spell in the grave, he will save your ass at times. It's fun stuff. Double Dark Flare Dragon. Definitely need to have 2 in here. He's another easily summoned Chaos monster, and his effect allows you to get rid of Insector Hornets that are in the graveyard, and it does set your opponent back a bit, because now they're going to get another Hornet into their hand, or foolish another Hornet to do stuff, and he's just a level 5, so you could use it theoretically to make rank 5s. Double Eclipse Wyvern, definitely never want to run 3 of them. It's just, you don't have enough targets for them. If you could throw in additional guys, like Judgment Dragons, then I can see the 3rd Eclipse Wyvern being warranted, but no. Sucks to draw it, though. 2 Red MD. Yeah, 2's a very nice number. I would not go above it. It's just the best dragon in the game. And then 1 Dark Arm, because he's ridiculous when you get it off, and you get it off a lot, especially if you're going to be in Stallburn decks. Then you're like, summon Dark Arm and pop your back row. No Messenger in Peace for you. And 1 Tech Quackamiru Drago, because I just like having that main deck to answer to the Mirror, Heretics, and even Insectors to an extent, because if you have Drago out and they go Dragonfly, they gotta pop the Drago, and if you can keep that Dragonfly from going off, he'll just kind of sit there. But yeah, you're just using it kind of like you would Royal Oppression in Teledad. Once you've got your stuff set up, you drop the Drago to prevent your opponent from getting back into it. And Drago can be searched out through Future Fusion, Dark Flare Dragon, and Heretic Dragon King of Atum. Plus, he's a 19 beater, so he can crash with those guys that just kind of like sit there and say, no, you can't do your stuff. Kaiku being one of them. Triple Chaos Sork. Another Chaos monster, same for this stupid card. And then we got 1 Gores. I dropped the Trags. I figured I just want to try and be more aggro on Tragodia. While he's great, I just wanted more just in there, in your face, not cards that are reactive. Gore is the lone exception though, because he's just so ridiculous when he goes off. Then we got our Lightsworn engine, triple Lila to pop the back row, and triple Raikou to just pop monsters in the back row. If you go charge set Raikou, your opponent, unless you're playing Injectors, and they'll be like, Dragonfly pop shit. Yes, I hate that deck. Your opponent will be a bit hard-pressed to answer because they know if they attack it, they're going to lose something. Especially if they're those kind of people who go set back row first, summon monster, then attack, then you'll flip up the Raikou and pop their back row. And if it was a trap card, well, they can't even use that this turn because, well, A, it's damage step unless it's Divine Wrath, but still. And that's why you never set back row before going into your battle phase. You never know when you'll run into that Raikou or that Malevolent Catastrophe your opponent sets on turn 1. Triple Veiler, I've seen some people go to 2. I really do like 3 in here. It's another light to fuel your Chaos Engine, and this deck runs almost no defenses. Veiler is at least some form of keeping your opponent from going off. Double Trooper to mill. Sangan, even without Tour Guide, is still good. And 1 Tech Plague Spreader Zombie, because again, you mill a lot, so he hits the graveyard, and he enables access to level 8 Synchros. If I didn't run Plague Spreader Zombie, I'd be more inclined to run rank 5 Xyz. Then for the spells. Triple Soul Overcharge. Pretty standard. I love and I hate this card. I draw it, and I don't have a Lightsworn for a long time, and then when I draw my Lightsworn, I'm like, summon Lila, pop the back row, or pitch the Lila to draw 2, mill some. But yeah, it does help. It thins out your deck. It adds additional milling. It's just drawing this card with a Lightsworn is one of the worst things to do, and it's always sided out game 2 and 3 depending on my matchup. 2 Tech Forbidden Lance. This is something I picked up from the recent championship builds, and I understand why. This is a really, really nice out to your opponent chaining Bottomless or Prison or something. If your opponent would try to kill your Pulsar, you can use Forbidden Lance to save it. And what does it care if it loses 800 attack? You'll just crash into the big monster and get Darkness Metal Dragon out anyway. Then you got your one-ofs, Allure, Charge, Dark Hole, Future Fusion. I don't know why you would not run this. I mean, yes, it's another card that... It's a card that makes your MSTs live, but people already know your deck doesn't run back row, and if their face downs are probably going to be warning, or, I mean, yes, it sucks if they MST it, but if they don't, or if they warning it, that's 2,000 less life points for you to deal with, and you just summon your Chaos Monsters and punch through them. So even if Future Fusion doesn't go off, it's still really, really good to run in your deck. 1 Heavy Storm and 1 Reborn. And that's it for the main. Let's see, I got 2 minutes left, no less than that, so I gotta get to the rest of this pretty quickly. Xray Tech is pretty standard. 1 5-headed dragon, he sometimes comes out. 1 Void Ogre Dragon, because you can make it with Plague Spreader Zombie plus your level 6s. Scrap Dragon, you pop a Light Pulsar, oh my goodness. 1 Stardust Dragon, sometimes. 1 Black Rose Dragon, Veiler plus Sork. Arcanite, because Veiler plus Sork. Brionac, because it's stupid. Allied Catastrophe because it's stupid, and an Army Arm for the Blackluster Soldier, OTK. And then for the Xyz monsters, 1 Gaia Dragon, the Thunder Charger. I run rank 6s, and there's always a possibility that you'll like mind control a level 6 dragon and then put this on top. I mean a rank 6 dragon, my bad, or rank 5 or rank 6. 1 Hieratic Dragon King of a Tomb. It's for those rare occasions where you have 2 Pulsars on the field, you overlay them, and you bring out like a Darkness Metal or the 3rd one, and you just kind of go there. He's a kind of a Wind Warp. He does an amazing Wind Warp. 1 Insector Excavator. We all know what this does. Equip like Pulsar, send it to the graveyard, and then you get its effect. 1 Photon Strike Bouncer, because there are times where you'll have Sork plus Pulsar or something like that, and you can just make this nice walking Dolka. And yeah, that was like the last card I needed for my Heretics. So yeah, I can finally build that deck. 1 Queen Dragon, I mentioned why she's so good, and 1 Levier the Sea Dragon, for those times where I can just pull out my banished Light and Darks like a Lila and pop more back row. Thank you. And that's it for the deck. I hope you guys liked it. Thank you all for watching. Until next time, take care.